Hey everyone, this is Joe from Arizona Fine Time doing another review for you today, this time on one of my favorite timepieces, the Grand Seiko Spring Drive SBGA011, otherwise known as the Snowflake. So this watch we were first introduced to back in 2010 during our very first Grand Seiko Roadshow, where Seiko had flown out their top spring drive watchmaker to build a watch here in our store. And the watch that was on his wrist was the Snowflake. He was kind enough to have his translator and one of their department engineers to elaborate on the story and how this watch was actually an inspiration for the winters of the Suwa Nagano region of Japan, which is their hometown, also where all spring drives are made. The dial is made to resemble the snowdrifts found on the ground or in the mountainous Alps around them. They utilize their high-intensity titanium, giving the watch ultra lightweight, making it as light as a snowflake. And they also have blued secondhand as well as some of the text on there to essentially give it the cold feel. We were all truly inspired by this story, and everyone pretty much was, driven to this watch afterwards. But basically, key elements in Grand Seiko are going to be legibility, accuracy, subtlety, and all elements apply to this watch. The finish I love is Zaratsu katana blade polishing technique and gives this titanium an actual mirror finish. Even on the hands and indexes, glitter like a diamond, keeping legibility in low light settings as you'll see here. The movement utilized is Seiko's 9R65, exclusively found in Grand Seiko, which is spring drive. Basically, you can see here the glide wheel where the balance wheel would be, only drifting in one direction. The unidirectional rotation is what makes spring drive so special. Basically, it's regulated by an electromagnetic brake integrated circuit and a quartz crystal to give it the accuracy of a quartz watch, but still be mechanically driven, only utilizing its power from the mainspring. There's no batteries or capacitor in spring drive, and that's what gives it this total overall uniform, completely fluid motion of the second hand. And it's really mesmerizing. I've actually owned this watch now for a year and a half roughly, and I cannot speak highly enough about it. You can see the curvature to the case, the slightly domed sapphire crystal, and it's got a beautifully constructed dual push button deployment clasp, which is very convenient. Overall, as I mentioned, I've owned this watch for a long time. I love the watch. It basically graces my wrist every day. Very rare occasion you'll see it off my wrist, and it has actually become the #1 seller here at Arizona Fine Time for the Grand Seiko series. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to call us at 1-800-486-3996, and definitely check us out on azfinetime.com.